Welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare Australian coins, where history, rarity, and fortune collide in spectacular fashion. In this thrilling countdown, we're uncovering the top 4 most valuable Australian 50-cent coins. Coins so rare and precious, they could instantly change your life. These aren't just pocket change. They're hidden gold mines, and if you own one, you might already be a millionaire in disguise. Let's jump straight into this treasure hunt, because today could be the day your fortune begins. Let's get started. First up, let's unlock the dazzling world of Australia's most overlooked yet potentially life-changing coin treasures, and focus the spotlight on one numismatic gem that continues to turn ordinary people into astonished millionaires: the 1979 Australian 50-cent coin. While it might seem like just another forgotten clinking relic in a drawer or coin jar, in color-toned circulated condition, this coin tells a story far richer than its face value suggests. It is more than metal. It is memory, rarity, legacy, and possibly your ticket to unimagined wealth. In the vast landscape of Australian coinage, the 1979 50-cent piece stands out like a silver sentinel. Forged during a period when national pride, regal symbolism, and artistic excellence were etched into every detail, this coin is no minor relic. It's a time capsule in 12-sided splendor. With a dodecagonal, 12-sided shape, unlike the round coins common elsewhere, the 50-cent piece from 1979 exudes boldness and grandeur. It measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, weighs a hefty 15.55 grams, and is minted from a durable and shining copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, making it resistant to corrosion and capable of carrying a brilliant luster even after decades in circulation. On the obverse, the coin features the iconic effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted with exquisite detail by British artist Arnold Machin. This portrayal, which graced all Australian coins in the 1970s, shows the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, her expression serene yet commanding. It's a portrait not just of a monarch, but of a pivotal historical figure frozen in the prime of her reign, offering this coin an intrinsic layer of royal gravitas. Flip it, and the reverse is an artistic explosion of national symbolism. The magnificent Australian coat of arms, flanked by the proud kangaroo and the emu, two animals that cannot walk backward, a nod to a nation always moving forward. The central shield, carved with heraldic brilliance, represents Australia's 6 founding states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Atop it all sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, embodying the unity and vision of the country. This is not just currency. This is identity, dignity, and artistic mastery pressed into metal. Now, let's talk color-toned circulated condition, because this is where magic and value collide. When these coins spend decades passing from hand to hand, or resting in coin folders and heirloom boxes, the metal often reacts with the air, heat, and oils around it. This natural chemical ballet can produce breathtaking rainbow toning, arcs of purples, golds, blues, and fiery oranges across the coin's surface. No two color patterns are ever the same, making each tone 1979 50-cent coin a unique visual masterpiece. And collectors love that uniqueness. Here's where the value surge begins. While uncirculated 1979 50-cent coins may fetch a modest premium, a color-toned circulated piece with vibrant luster, sharp relief, and natural patina can ignite bidding wars. Depending on condition, such coins can range from $50 to $300 Australian dollars in niche collector circles. If the toning is especially radiant or the coin contains rare errors, like a double bar behind the emu's neck, die cracks, or off-center strikes, the value can skyrocket, with some coins crossing the 1,000 Australian dollars mark. But what about millionaire potential? The answer lies in combination rarity. Imagine discovering a 1979 50-cent coin that has natural rainbow toning and a major minting error, such as a rotated die alignment or a significant planchet flaw. These hybrids are extraordinarily scarce and have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Add international interest from elite collectors seeking flawless or bizarre variations, And you've got a market with the power to transform a pocket find into a life-altering asset. One such error coin with high-grade toning has been speculated to be worth over 100,000 Australian dollars to the right buyer. Even more exciting, this coin isn't some royal issue locked in vaults. It was mass-circulated, meaning you could very well own one already or find one languishing in a family collection. With interest in rare and vintage coins soaring, especially after the pandemic shifted investment habits toward tangible historical assets, the Australian coin market has seen an unprecedented demand surge. And the 1979 50-cent coin, with its size, historical relevance, and aesthetic appeal, is leading the charge. To maximize your coin's potential, check for full design visibility, minimal wear on the coat of arms and queen's crown, rainbow toning or colorful luster, edge smoothness and sharp angles on all 12 sides. Any die errors, including missing details, doubling, or alignment faults. Don't underestimate the emotional value either. This coin captures a snapshot of 1970s Australia, its leadership, its artistic vision, its unity, and its pride. It's no exaggeration to say that every 1979 50-cent coin is a conversation between the past and the future, held right in the palm of your hand. So the next time you're sifting through old drawers, inherited tins, or childhood coin collections, pay close attention to that large, silver, 12-sided beauty. Because what might look like an everyday coin could, in fact, be Australia's next million-dollar marvel, a small, shiny door to untold fortune. The 1979 Australian 50-cent coin is not just money. It's a legacy, an artwork, and for some lucky collectors, a golden gateway to wealth. Next up, step into the riveting world of rare and collectible Australian coins, where ordinary change transforms into extraordinary treasure. Among these hidden gems lies a powerhouse of potential, the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin. At first glance, this coin might seem like a simple relic of the early 1980s, a chunk of copper nickel that passed quietly through hands and registers during the era of cassette tapes, Walkmans, and Vegemite sandwiches. But make no mistake, in color circulation condition, the 1981 50-cent piece becomes more than just legal tender. It becomes a canvas of history, a vault of rarity, and, under the right conditions, a millionaire's coin waiting to be discovered. This 12-sided marvel was minted in a year of major significance for Australian coinage. The 1981 issue was produced in 3 locations: Canberra, Royal Australian Mint; London, and Canada, Royal Canadian Mint. A rare occurrence that has since sent collectors into a frenzy. Though hundreds of millions were struck, it's the subtle differences in mint origin, metal quality, strike clarity, and die errors that elevate this otherwise common coin into a rare, valuable, and fiercely hunted collectible. With a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, a weight of 15.55 grams, and composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin feels both substantial and historic in hand. Its dodecagonal shape gleams under light, giving it an unmistakable and commanding presence. On the obverse, you'll find the timeless effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, rendered by British sculptor Arnold Machin. This depiction is dignified and elegant, portraying the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a serene yet regal expression capturing the stability and monarchy of the era. This portrait was used on Australian coinage from 1966 through the early 1980s, and on the 1981 coin, it appears with remarkable precision and relief, especially on well-preserved examples. Flip the coin, and the reverse design erupts with national pride. It features the Australian coat of arms, a grand display of heraldry flanked by a kangaroo and emu, 2 creatures symbolically chosen because they cannot move backward, reflecting a nation committed to progress. The shield in the center is etched with the symbols of the 6 founding states, all under the mighty Commonwealth star. Sculpted by Stuart Devlin, the reverse design is one of Australia's most enduring and powerful numismatic motifs, and when enhanced with years of color toning from circulation, it transforms from an emblem into a masterpiece. But here's where it gets truly electrifying. Over decades in circulation, some 1981 50-cent coins undergo natural toning, a chemical interaction between metal, air, moisture, and skin oils. These interactions often create iridescent rainbows and deep golden or blue hues across the surface. When this happens evenly and beautifully, the coin becomes one of a kind, with some examples showcasing dramatic sunset-like gradients or rich auburn borders that collectors pay dearly for. In color circulation condition, no two coins are exactly alike. Each becomes its own miniature piece of art. Now for the jaw-dropping market reality. While average 1,981 50-cent coins in well-worn circulated condition may only be worth face value, the story changes dramatically with color tone variants, Canadian mint strikes, and rare mint errors. The Canadian minted 1981 50-cent coins are distinguished by a flat, less defined detail on the reverse due to subtle die differences. Combine that with rainbow toning or an error, such as an off-center strike, a die clash, or doubling, and suddenly you're not holding 50 cents, but a coin that can fetch hundreds to even thousands of dollars at auction. In recent years, sharp-eyed collectors have uncovered error-toned 1981 Canadian minted coins with bold patinas and striking detail that sold for up to $1,500 AUD. Some numismatists believe that exceptionally preserved, rainbow-toned Canadian minted variants, especially those graded by PCGS or NGC, could surpass 10,000 Australian dollars in a global market hungry for rare Commonwealth coinage. And should a perfect storm of rarity, condition, error, and aesthetic toning combine, that's where six-figure territory begins. Even more electrifying is that many Australians already unknowingly own one. Tucked away in old purses, inherited jars, or forgotten drawers lie 1981 coins that, under scrutiny, might possess rare features or dazzling toning capable of delivering a windfall. What might appear to be a dull, gray coin may, under a spotlight or loupe, shimmer with golden reds and cerulean blues, tones that send seasoned collectors into bidding wars and push values into the stratosphere. In the global numismatic market, Australian coins are gaining unprecedented attention, especially in the wake of rising precious metal prices and investor demand for tangible, historical assets. The 1981 50-cent coin, with its trifecta of high mintage sources, iconic design, error potential, and toning variants, is increasingly recognized as one of the dark horses of the investment world. It may not always command headlines like gold sovereigns or ancient Roman denarii, but make no mistake, this coin has the power to change lives. So the next time you come across a 1981 Australian 50-cent coin, don't underestimate it. Examine it under light. Look for unusual colors. Check for die alignment. Weigh it, measure it, and study the detail. Because hidden within that silvery, 12-sided legend may lie the next million-dollar marvel. A humble piece of change waiting for someone with vision to recognize its extraordinary worth. In a world of uncertainty, sometimes wealth isn't found in the stock market or the lottery. Sometimes it's waiting in the palm of your hand. Next up, step into the dazzling world of numismatic treasure hunting, where a humble piece of everyday currency can transform into an object of mystery, desire, and staggering value. Among Australia's storied coinage, one coin continues to hide in plain sight, the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin. You may have brushed past it 100 times, tossed it into a change jar, or overlooked its shimmering 12-sided silhouette. But in color-toned, very fine condition, this coin emerges not just as a relic of mid-1980s Australia, but as a potential millionaire maker, a steel and nickel phoenix rising from the mundane into the realm of fortune. The 1984 50-cent piece carries a commanding presence. With its iconic dodecagonal, 12-sided shape, it feels weighty and distinguished in the palm, far from the forgettable circular coinage of most nations. It boasts a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, a solid weight of 15.55 grams, and is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, designed for strength, longevity, and the potential for breathtaking natural patination. The coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint, with a mintage of approximately 27.5 million, making it less common than some earlier years and thereby ripe for rarity when paired with condition and coloration. On the obverse, the coin showcases the timeless and royal effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, masterfully sculpted by British artist Arnold Machin. This particular portrait captures the monarch with a quiet, yet potent authority. Draped in the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, the Queen's expression reflects an era of transition, from Commonwealth tradition to a modern Australia forging its own cultural path. On coins in very fine condition, the strands of her hair, the depth of her neckline, and the clarity of the tiara remain visibly intact, testaments to both superior minting and gentle preservation. But turn the coin, and behold the true symbol of Australian heritage, the magnificent Commonwealth coat of arms on the reverse. This design is a powerful heraldic expression of national identity. Two iconic creatures, the kangaroo and emu, stand guard beside a grand shield segmented with the symbols of 6 Australian states. Above it all, the 7-pointed Commonwealth star shines with purpose, crowning the design with federative unity. Created by the legendary designer Stuart Devlin, this reverse is one of the most celebrated in modern coin history. And in very fine, color-toned condition, every crest, claw, and corner bursts to life, revealing a living sculpture in miniature. What transforms the 1984 coin from ordinary currency into a collector's dream is the phenomenon of color toning. Over time, as the metal interacts with moisture, heat, oils, and even leather coin purses, it undergoes a natural chemical metamorphosis. This process can result in spectacular hues, burnished golds, oceanic blues, rich purples, fiery oranges, or rainbow gradients that dance across the surface like an aurora borealis in metal. These patina masterpieces are each utterly unique, and when they appear on coins in very fine condition, where details remain sharp and the luster still whispers beneath the tone, collectors go wild. On the open market, the 1984 50-cent coin in standard circulated condition holds modest value, perhaps $1 or $2 above face value. But in very fine condition with radiant natural toning, prices leap dramatically. Well-toned specimens have fetched $75 to $200 Australian dollars, and coins with especially vivid color patterns or unusual luster have been known to command upwards of $500 AUD. Even more astonishing are rare cases where these coins exhibit mint errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubled images. Pairing such an error with vivid color toning is like striking numismatic gold. At that point, values can soar beyond $2,000 to $10,000 Australian dollars and higher, especially if certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. But the million-dollar potential lies in the ultimate trifecta, a 1984 50-cent coin in near uncirculated condition, showing flawless toning, with a significant mint error, such as an incorrect planchet strike, a clipped edge, or an inverted die alignment. These unicorns are nearly impossible to find and remain unconfirmed in private collections. But if discovered, such a coin could redefine the market and be valued well into 6 or even 7 figures, given the right conditions and collector demand. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the very nature of rare collectibles. All it takes is one extraordinary discovery to change everything. Even beyond cold monetary value, the 1984 50-cent coin tells a rich and personal story. It was minted in an era of shifting tides, just as Australia embraced more cultural autonomy while still maintaining ties to the monarchy. Each coin is a slice of that history, passed hand to hand through barbecues, Anzac Day commemorations, sporting events, and everyday life. In its color and wear, it absorbs the fingerprints of the past. And now, in the modern collector's world, it offers something deeply rare, a personal connection to the past, and a potential fortune for the future. So check your drawers, search old piggy banks, comb through inherited coin jars and forgotten family tins. Because that dull-looking, 12-sided silver coin could hold fire in its shine and wealth in its shadows. The 1984 Australian 50-cent piece is not just a coin. It is a hidden legend, waiting to reward the eyes that see beyond the ordinary. This is your invitation to look again, because the fortune you seek might already be in your hands. Next up, prepare to be swept into a world where silver-toned metal transforms into stories of wealth, legacy, and hidden fortune. Among Australia's most fascinating coins lies a little-known, yet deeply captivating treasure, the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin. To the untrained eye, it may appear as just another 12-sided relic from your grandmother's coin purse. But in very fine, color-toned condition, this coin isn't just currency. It's a portal to riches, a national time capsule wrapped in steel and silver, and potentially the key to joining the exclusive club of millionaire collectors. This is no ordinary coin. This is Australia's unsung hero of hidden wealth. First struck in 1969, the 12-sided Australian 50-cent coin became an icon of durability and design. But the 1983 issue stands out for its rarity, striking potential, and captivating mystique. With a mintage of only 49.6 million, it was produced during a time of low public interest in coin collecting, making high-grade survivors remarkably scarce. Minted exclusively by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the 1983 edition embodies a unique combination of lower circulation, classic design, and the kind of aging that creates natural color brilliance only time can paint. Crafted with exacting precision, the coin weighs 15.55 grams and spans 31.65 millimeters in diameter, molded from a solid alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its dodecagonal shape, a powerful 12-sided form, not only sets it apart visually, but symbolizes stability, strength, and heritage. The coin's brilliant metallic surface, when toned over the decades, can give way to an explosion of visual wonder. Deep blue halos, fiery golden edges, or even rainbow patinas that collectors dream of. And these hues? They're more than pretty. They're proof of authenticity and age, and they add thousands to the coin's value. Let's look at the obverse. Adorning the front is the celebrated effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, one of the most enduring portraits in Australian coinage. This profile of Her Majesty, regal and composed in the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, radiates authority and tradition. When preserved in very fine condition, the coin maintains sharp relief across the Queen's features, hair detail, and neckline. And when paired with natural color toning, perhaps a violet halo behind the head or golden-orange edges that catch light like fire, the Queen's image becomes an ethereal masterpiece, turning the coin into a historical painting in miniature. Flip it over, and the reverse explodes with national pride. Here lies the magnificent Australian coat of arms, designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin, the nation's royal goldsmith. Two native guardians, the kangaroo and the emu, stand vigilant beside a crest bearing symbols of Australia's 6 founding states. Above them, the 7-pointed Commonwealth star watches like a celestial crown. The intricate feathers, fur, and shield detail come alive in very fine condition, and color patina gives it a majestic look, turning a silver coin into a kaleidoscope of heritage. In toned examples, the coat of arms appears as though illuminated by centuries-old sunlight, breathtaking, rare, and utterly collectible. Now, let's talk numbers, because this is where the adrenaline kicks in. In typical circulated condition, a 1983 50-cent coin is still a functional piece of money, worth face value. But in very fine condition, especially when featuring natural rainbow toning or rare mint errors, its value escalates dramatically. Collectors and auction houses have seen color-enhanced, very fine specimens sell for $100 to $500 AUD. But the true gold mine comes when you discover error-tone variants, such as misstruck dies, clipped planchets, or off-center strikes, paired with exceptional toning. These can skyrocket to 2,000 Australian dollars or more, depending on eye appeal and rarity. The most legendary finds, those in mint state with rich color overlays, certified by grading giants like PCGS or NGC, and showcasing both natural toning and error features, could fetch tens of thousands of dollars on international markets. And if one such coin were to gain notoriety through an auction house or a viral collector spotlight, the bidding could reach 6 figures, turning a forgotten coin jar discovery into a life-altering windfall. Collectors now scour the globe for untouched examples of the 1983 50-cent coin in very fine or better condition, particularly those that show beautiful oxidation patterns, rarity and strike, or come from untouched mint rolls tucked away in forgotten safes. This surge of interest has made the 1983 issue one of Australia's most underrated coin investments, and its star is only rising. So what does this mean for you? It means that the next millionaire maker coin could be sitting right under your nose. That oddly colored, 12-sided piece you passed over last week might not just be money. It could be a masterpiece, a missing piece in a collection, or the very coin that lights up an international bidding war. This is more than coin collecting. It's treasure hunting. And the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin is your map, your clue, and your potential gold mine. Don't wait for someone else to recognize the power in your palm. Search your drawers. Examine your jars. Look again, because one day soon, that quiet little coin might just roar to life and take you with it on a journey to wealth, wonder, and historic glory.